Shalom from Jerusalem. This is Luden Centeno Perez, also known as Uriel Ben Abraham Becerra. My story continues as we're standing here today at the Israeli Supreme Court, where Justice Hanan Meltzer will preside over my Supreme Court case. As you know, I've been telling you all along that I, Luden Centeno, known as Uriel Ben Abraham Becerra, discovered that we were anusim or converso marrano Jews from Spain who were forced to convert to Catholicism. I came to Israel in 2004, and here in Jerusalem there was a book that the names of Jews forced to convert to Catholicism are registered. My name is Centeno by my father's side and Perez by my mother's side. I came to the nation of Israel in 2004, and in 2004 to the present day I was coming in and out, but now today I am legally married to a Frat Shemesh. We have a daughter named Ronnie Joy Centeno, and as of today I have been denied the right to provide for my family, the right to have medical benefits, and I have been denied every right here in the country that I call my home, the greatest democracy here in the Middle East. Right behind me, you will see Hanan Meltzer's chambers, where he will be presiding over my Supreme Court case on May 14th. I got involved with a conservative synagogue in Melbourne, Florida, where the presiding rabbi was Dr. Richard J. Margolis, a well-respected man in the community, whom I went and approached, and I told him my story. I told Dr. Richard J. Margolis, my rabbi, that I discovered that we were anusim or converso Marrano Jews from Spain, forced to convert to Catholicism. Yet, when I came to the nation of Israel, I went to the Prime Minister, I've gone to the Prime Minister's office, I have gone to Rabbinical Councils of the Americas, I have gone to Shabbat Israel, I have gone to every agency, the Jewish agency, Natan Sharansky, I have gone to Eli Yishai, Danny Ayalon, Michael Froon from Shabbat Israel, and no one seemed to want to extend me the hand. Now, mind you, if you know anything about the Sephardic or converso Marrano Jews from Spain, my ancestors were forced to go to church. Some of them went to the Catholic Church, but my grandmother, as I know, went to the Evangelical Church, and that's what I learned as a child. As a child, my grandmother took me to church, and I went to church as an adult, and I never denied the fact that I went to church. Now, when I discovered that we were possible Marrano anusim converso Jews from Spain, I started to make a return back to my roots called Judaism. According to my rabbi, I did a Brit Milah, I did a Beting, I did a Giur, and I did a Mikveh, all conservative, according to what my rabbi has specified from me. Right in front of me, I have a petition filed by the conservative movement here in Israel by Andrew Sachs, the head rabbi, the so-called head rabbi, who me and my wife spoke to over 2 years ago. We sat, me and my wife was pregnant, about 7 months pregnant, and we had asked him, look, I did a conservative giur in America, but I'm in the internet and I am on Christian sites. What can we do to fix or alleviate the situation? Little that I know was that this so-called rabbi, Andrew Sachs, referred me to do a circumcision prior to me doing the giur. Yet when I explained to him my case, he referred me to Adi, a lawyer that he knows, who wanted to charge me $30,000. Yet I did everything accordingly, and he has written a document to the state attorney's office, who in turn, the state attorney of Israel has forwarded to the Supreme Court case or to the Ministry of Interior to use against me. You know, how can a rabbi who I spoke to a couple days ago, and he told me that he had never replied or written a letter to the Supreme Court. I have documents stating that Rabbi Andrew Sachs has lied to me. He lied to me and my wife 2 years ago, and he lied to me again by saying that he never wrote any documents to the Supreme Court or to the Attorney General of Israel. My wife spoke to him, I spoke to him, and he lied to us right flat out. The conservative movement has lied to us with no reason whatsoever, other than the fact that they found me on Christian internet sites, saying that I'm still following Christianity, which in turn we are practicing to live a Jewish life in my home, and my wife is the biggest witness to this. We have filed a petition to the Israeli Supreme Court on May 14th. Justice Hanan Meltzer will hear my case. My case is not an unusual one, because many have discovered that they are Jews forced to convert to Catholicism during the time of the Inquisition, and many are still practicing Christianity. Hanan Meltzer will preside on May 14th over our case. Hopefully he will be an impartial judge and will weigh the balances. Prime Minister Netanyahu, if you're listening to my case, I am pleading not just for me, but for my daughter, Ronnie Joyce Centeno, and my wife. All the pain and suffering that Eliyahu Ishai and now Andrew Sachs of the conservative movement of Israel, they are against us. They have not even given us the benefit of the doubt, even to do an Orthodox conversion. I was willing and able to do an Orthodox conversion, but I have been even denied that right. As you know, Prime Minister, and you, Ali Ishai, you have in this country many Russians who go to church, go to Messianic congregations, and are called so-called Jews under the law of return. Prime Minister Netanyahu, I believe that you are an honest man and that you will take consideration and you will weigh the balances here. My daughter, Ronnie Joyce Centeno, is a Jew. The father cannot provide food, shelter, because I don't even have the right to work in the greatest country, the greatest democracy here in the Middle East. Netanyahu, Prime Minister, please, I'm asking of you, have mercy, chesed, not upon me, but upon my daughter. Please call me, 052-635-7088. May 14th, here in these chambers, Justice Hanan Meltzer will hear my case, my story, that we were Jews forced to convert to Catholicism, yet I did a circumcision, I did a giur, a conversion, I did a brit milah, I did a mikveh and a bet din, and yet Eli Ishai does not want to recognize me. He should recognize all those Jews who are not here, that are Russians and are eating pork and selling pig and going to Messianic congregations. This is Luden Centeno, known as Uriel Ben Abraham, from Jerusalem, Israel, the Israeli Supreme Court, where Justice Hanan Meltzer will hear our case. Shalom from Jerusalem.